What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this Tom Brady and Gisele Bundchen situation. Is pretty much have been closed as far as the marriage. Apparently, Tom Brady put up a post, and we're going to get into it, where he's announcing, she did as well, that they have come to a divorce. I think it's something they have been working on for the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to go into why I feel like we've gotten to this point. But I want to say this. You know, Tom Brady is a great quarterback, great businessman. I think he's built a really good brand for himself with the TB12. He's a guy that's really focused. He has tunnel vision. This guy has taken less money in his contracts in order to not only build more around him, but to sustain his career. Like, he's been unselfish in that point. Like, he could have went out there and asked for max money, but he always decided that him playing on the field was more important than getting the most he could in his contracts. All right. When it comes to Gisele, because I know y'all remember it, right? When Tom Brady and Gisele were together, and it talks about how Gisele made more money than Tom Brady. I don't think they're going to be talking about that. But they're finalizing the divorce now, but I'm pretty sure Gisele does not want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Gisele is concerned, I believe this was a plan by Gisele the whole time. Up until the start of the preseason, she seemed to be hyped for Tom Brady, to start the season. But as soon as the season started, this is when she, I believe, sprung her plan into action as far as getting a divorce. And I told y'all in my other videos that a lot of women who've been married for longer than 10 years, they have become restless. This is why we're seeing a lot of these marriages end the way that they have. It's because a lot of these women are restless. And I had somebody in my comment section say, well, that doesn't mean she wants a divorce. Well, they've divorced. And everything that Gisele Bundchen has done to this point has shown me a woman that wants out of her marriage. Y'all can say whatever you want. You can make as many excuses as you want. You don't do what she has done if you don't want a divorce. Now, I posted on my Twitter that I post an article about how she gave Tom Brady one last ultimatum. And I guess Tom Brady told her, well, no, but you know what we can do? We can just go to the divorce lawyers and sign the paperwork and get this over with, because you have been trying to sabotage my football season. And I think that's what Gisele wanted. Gisele knew that if she wanted out of that marriage, she'd have to force his hand. And Tom Brady is not going to be quick to act he wouldn't be quick to want to, because listen, he wants to play. So he's not going to budge on playing football. Tom Brady was dug in. He's not going to retire during the season. He may not retire after this season. He was dug in. And he was not going to do what she wanted him to do. So therefore, she must have known that he wasn't going to just stop playing, and that he would ultimately sign for the divorce papers. And it looks like that's what he has done. Now let's get into this article here from Yahoo. Tom Brady and Gisele Bundchen split after 13 years of marriage. We have grown apart. This is why I tell y'all marriage is useless, man. If you're two people who are successful, right, and you marry each other, you don't think that there's going to come a time when we see these words, we grew apart, we've grown apart? That's what's going to happen. That's why I say marriage is useless. Relationships last longer than marriages. Why is that? It's officially over for Tom Brady and Gisele Bundchen. After weeks of speculation, the superstar finalized their divorce after more than 13 years of marriage. Bundchen confirmed reports on Friday, writing they have grown apart, but that she wishes the best for Tom always. Which, with much gratitude for our time together, Tom and I have amicably finalized our divorce. My priority have always been and will continue to be our children, whom I love with all my heart. We will continue to co-parent to give them the love, care, and attention that they greatly deserve, Bundchen wrote on her Instagram story. The decision to end a marriage is never easy, but we have grown apart. While it is, of course, difficult to go through something like this, I feel blessed for the time that we had together and only wish the best for Tom always, she continued. I kindly ask that our privacy be respected during this sensitive time. Well, Gisele, did you respect Tom's privacy when you went on this campaign to let everybody know how unhappy you were? Because that's what you did. You forced this man's hand. This wasn't a divorce that was handled behind the scenes. Well, I would say in the last few weeks, yes. But from the start of the season in September, Gisele, you have been openly campaigning about how unhappy you were with Tom. So you didn't respect your own family's privacy. Brady issued a statement. He says, in the recent days, my wife and I finalized our divorce from one another after 13 years of marriage. We have arrived at a decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. We are blessed with beautiful and wonderful children who will continue to be at the center of our world in every way. We will continue to work together as parents to always ensure they receive the love and attention they deserve. We arrived at the decision to end our marriage after much consideration. Doing so is, of course, painful and difficult, like it is for many people who go through the same thing every day around the world. However, we wish only the best for each other as we pursue whatever new chapters in our lives are yet to be written. We kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate what is to come in the days and weeks ahead. And these are the joint statements. Kind of looks like he put more into his than she did hers. That's how it looks. I could be totally wrong, right? But I just want to ask Gisele this question, Gisele. You do know that by separating from Tom, you're basically become a 40-something-year-old single mother. I hope you're prepared for that, because there are other women over the years who I have chronicled getting divorced from athletes or entertainers. Most of them never remarry. Most of them never remarry the men that they were married to. They just end up just another statistic of women who are single on the dating market. So unless you have a situation waiting for you on the other side of this divorce, I don't know how your life is going to be any better without Tom Brady. But that's what happens when women get very emotional. They make emotional, irrational decisions that is only going to make them unhappy in the long run. So I just hope that she's prepared for that. I don't know why women are happier. Well, okay, I know why, right? A lot of these women, again, like Gisele, have grown restless. And I've talked about how restless the Western woman has become. The Western woman has become so restless that she doesn't want any calm relationships where everything is good, because her and Tom probably have problems, but their problems are not on the scale, I believe, of other people. That's why this marriage, according to both, has ended amicably, because there really was no problems up until the start of the season. Gisele seemingly was supporting Tom, but I believe that was her plan, to catch him off guard and to basically absolve herself of any responsibility for the ending of this relationship, giving Tom Brady ultimatums. That makes her look like she's trying to save the marriage. But how are you saving the marriage? By trying to force a man to retire to make you feel good. That still wouldn't have helped things. It only would have made things at home more tense and worse. This is the first time I've seen a wife try to force her husband to retire. Now, the thing is that a lot of the divorces happen once they retire. Maybe Tom Brady understood that, once he retires, that marriage could still go downhill. That doesn't mean that the marriage is going to be saved. And I just think that nothing Tom was going to do was going to save that marriage. She had already made her mind up. This is why she went public. She had made her mind up, and she wanted a divorce no matter what. The moves that she made showed me that. She's a restless woman that wanted out. According to TMZ, Bundchen filed in Florida on Friday morning, and Brady is not contesting the divorce. Terms of the settlement, like property and custody arrangements, have been figured out and will remain confidential. They are parents to son Benjamin, daughter Vivian, and will share joint custody. The settlement is all worked out, a source told People earlier on Friday. They've been working on the terms this whole time. Bundchen was the one who reportedly spearheading the split. Y'all see that? Gisele spearheaded the split. She wanted to divorce. I'll be very interested to see what she's up to in the next couple of months going into next year. The 42-year-old environmental activist made the first move in hiring a divorce attorney, and Brady followed suit. According to the reports, the marriage was all but over by October, and the two had just hashed out the divorce settlement. Rumors of marital strife surfaced in August when Brady was excused from practicing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to deal with some personal things. Sources claim that Brady's sudden decision to end his retirement caused tension in their relationship, something the former Victoria's Secret angel essentially confirmed. Obviously, I have my concerns. This is a very violent sport, and I have children, and I would like him to be more present, Bundchen told Elle in September. I have definitely had those conversations with him over and over again. Well, I want to say this, Gisele. I noticed that a lot of ex-athletes, they go to work on TV. So let's say he gets a TV job, right? Because he does have a TV job waiting on him when he retires. He signed a huge deal. I believe that once he retires, man, he's gonna have a lot of money waiting on him to do TV. So Gisele, he still ain't gonna be home. He's gonna be on the road. He's gonna be filming in a different state or a different city. So he's still not gonna be home 100% of the time. So again, football is a violent sport, but he plays quarterback. You can't even tap a quarterback on his chest, on his shoulder, without getting a flag. The referees protect quarterbacks like Tom Brady, so I don't think that would have been an issue. I just think that it was a competition, people. She wanted to see if she can get Tom to do what she wanted him to do. Tom did it at the end of last year, but I think that once the Tampa Bay Buccaneers changed the coaching staff or the head coach, and he's like, oh, because I believe he has some issues with the previous coach. He's like, oh well, damn it, I can come back, and that's what he did. And she realized that he was not going to do what she wanted him to do. But what wife? Because again, you married Tom Brady when he was playing in the NFL. You didn't just start dating him when he wasn't. He was in the NFL. So you should have known that was his love. That was the sport that, he wanted to be at as long as he can. And you should have known that years ago. Bundchen moved to Boston when the quarterback played for the New England Patriots, and we relocated again in 2020 to Florida when he signed with the Buccaneers. I've done my part, which is to be there for Tom. She added, I moved to Boston. I focused on creating a cocoon and a loving environment for my children to grow up in, and to be there supporting him and his dreams. Bundchen, who is also the stepmother to Brady and Bridget Monahan's 15-year-old son Jack, said that she's fulfilled as a mother and wife. However, the model added that it's now it's going to be my turn, as she has a huge list of things she wants to accomplish. I told y'all, it's always about her, right? Always about her. Like, what exactly are those things? Are you going to get back into modeling? Are you going to become an actress? What are those things? I don't think Tom Brady being in the NFL was going to stop you from doing any of these things, as she has a huge list of things she wants to accomplish, especially with her environmental advocacy. Shortly after the interview was published, it was reported that Bundchen and Brady were living apart. Well, as I told a lot of you guys, man, never let a woman tell you what to do with your life. You're responsible for your happiness. Tom Brady would have been miserable sitting at home. And if I was him, I wouldn't do it either. I would have tested her loyalty and her love for me by going back, because it's very clear to me that Tom Brady saw the writing on the wall months ago. He just didn't want to have to deal with it. But I think he knew his wife wanted to, especially with this environmental thing. Like, you can do environmental work while married. You don't have to be, Tom Brady ain't got to be like, what are you going to do? Are you going to fly around the world and do this at night? What exactly were you going to do that would require Tom Brady to fully retire and be home? But he wouldn't have been home. He would have been doing TV. As I said before, man, she wanted to be separated. She was a restless woman, and never, and I mean never, allow the women in your life to dictate the way your life goes. She met him when he was a quarterback. She married him when he was a quarterback. You should have known that was his passion. All she had to do was talk to him. So let me stay in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care.